All right, so we're going to practice calculating GPA with our core classes, just pretending that they're all high school classes. So the very first thing we need to do is we need to use our GPA scale to figure out what grade, GPA grade we made for each of these classes. So starting off, Advanced Algebra 1, well, advanced classes would be Tier 2. So I made an 83. Now remember, this is going to be your semester average, these grades. So before I can even transfer this, I would have to figure out what I got in algebra for quarter 1 and for quarter 2 and add them together to get my semester average, because this is always going to be determined on your semester. So to get, let's say, our GPA of an 83, let's say I got a 77 for the first quarter, and then I got an 89 for the second quarter. To get your semester average, what you would do is you're going to add 77 plus 89. And then after I figured out my total, I'm going to divide that total by 2 because there were 2 grades that I added together. And so I got my semester average for 83. So when you're calculating GPA, it's based off your semester average. So the first thing you need to do is get your quarter 1 and quarter 2 grade, add them together, divide by 2 to get your semester. So once you have all your semester grades, you're going to come over to the chart. Advanced Algebra 1 was an 83. Well, that's Tier 2. So on Tier 2, I find an 83, and I see that it is a 3.8. So I'm going to say 83, 3.8. ILA, it doesn't say advanced next to it, so that was Tier 1, and I made a 92. So 92 in Tier 1, that's a 4.2. Okay. Advanced Science, that would be Tier 2, and we got an 86, so finding an 86, that is a 4.1 in Tier 2. Okay. And then History doesn't say Advanced, so that's Tier 1, so 94 in Tier 1 is a 4.4. So now that I have all my GPA grades, I have to take the average of those to calculate my GPA. So for this, I would be doing, we have 3.8 plus 4.2 plus 4.1 plus 4.4. So I add all of those up. So we have 3.8 plus 4.2 plus 4.1 plus 4.4. That gets me 16.5. I added 1, 2, 3, 4 grades. So I'm going to do 16.5 divided by 4. And my GPA is a 4.125. Okay. So this is just a practice with all of your core classes. I would like you to calculate your GPA based on all of your classes, electives included. So all electives would be Tier 1. So all advanced classes are Tier 2. And then everything else that you take in middle school or even at the beginning of high school is going to be Tier 1. You cannot access Tier 3 until you start taking AP. So everything else is Tier 1. So if you wanted to calculate your actual high school GPA for right now, the classes that you would be calculating, so I would like you to practice this with all, but then when you want to calculate your actual, the classes that you can calculate are Advanced Algebra 1, Spanish 1, Spanish 2, and those would be Tier 1, and then Health is the other one. Okay, so of those, the only one that is Tier 2 would be Advanced Algebra.